Hello everyone, welcome to Phasmophobia. So it is time for us to return to nightmare mode. And we're going back on Tanglewood a little bit more before the rework as well, the rework. So I just want to maybe get back into nightmare, because the last few times we have played nightmare I haven't done too well. But the thing is, I feel like I've gotten a lot of the settings down. Like right now, the game feels really good, it's not lagging, and we had some good luck there on professional. Now, I'm not going to worry about perfect games, we're just going to worry about getting the ghost right, and also maybe some of the objectives for money. Well, let's take it a little slowly. We know where the ghost is, I'm not going to worry too much about that. Good hiding spot. I'm going to see if this is EMF 5. I know I should probably run out and get a UV, but we're going to take our time here. I think I turned that on probably. Let me get the breaker on, because we're back to nightmare. We have sanity to take though finally. No breaker here. I don't like being in the dark. I guess I'll check for the 2 cursed items. I don't know if we're going to be needing them or using them. Nothing down here. I guess I'll take a look around for the bone while I'm down here. I don't like being in the dark though. Let's get this thing lit up. Okay, also maybe I'll take a look around for the tarot cards. But as we get back into nightmare, I wanted to try and remember my strategy for figuring out these ghosts. So I feel like I know a decent amount of how to like determine which ghost is what. Obviously the new 3 are a little different, but I'm gonna try and remember some of these combinations. The biggest thing is getting the evidence, but I've had some games on Nightmare where it's pretty easy. So I don't know, this goes to show the last 3 games on Nightmare I haven't done too well though, but I do remember doing pretty well, having a streak of good luck there. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. It's really weird going back to Tanglewood. This map is pretty small. No bone or anything. But I want to have my looping spots lit up in case we get hunted, because I expect to get hunted a lot here. Let me go see. Maybe for an EMF 5? You really seem to be active. I don't know if you're actually gonna be... Well, yeah, I never actually peeked in here. Alright, take a photo of that. Nope, too late for that one, unfortunately. I don't want to spend too much time in the dark, but I gotta remember, I can take sanity. Yeah, this is probably a foyer ghost, but since I'm not seeing my breath in the foyer, let me continue to stand in these rooms. So let me also check. Ruth Gacy, another Ruth. Firelight Sanity EMF reader. So let me do the EMF, which I kind of forget about. Maybe you are back in this nursery. I didn't see my breath while I was here. There's one easy objective. We do need insanity, but we don't need a photo of the ghost, but it would be nice to get one also to determine if it's a phantom. So, Ruth Gacy, do you want to show yourself again? You are the Patient 7 model, which I used for the other video, so I guess you showed up here. I want to maybe go get more stuff. We never found the bone. Like I said, I don't really want a perfect game, but on a map like this, it's not too hard to find it. Okay, I'm gonna check one more time. Either it's doing stuff through the wall. It could be over there. Oh no, okay, there's my breath. At least finally found. I'm gonna try. Did that work? Hey, it actually did. I figured maybe it would be too close. Well, there's a little bit of something. Okay, I have accomplished some things. I'm gonna go get some more evidence to work with. It's the EMF 4. We haven't got an EMF 5, so let's just go see what other evidence I get. Alright, well I'm kind of changing it up this time. So I usually grab the dots pen and the camera, which I could have grabbed the camera, but since it's doing a lot of interactions, I'm hoping one of those interactions will be with the book. I thought I'd get the book in here. Also, maybe if it touches a door. Hasn't been touching doors, it's been throwing stuff. Also, we could talk. Are you here? Are you friendly? This is a really small room for this spirit box. Are you here? Oh, oh. Okay, you're back here. I don't know what door that was. This ghost seems to be kind of roamy. I think in nightmare mode, they are more roamy. That must have been one of these doors. It wasn't this. I wish I had my EMF. This is still on. I'm gonna try talking to it out here. Are you friendly? Are you close? Are you far? Are you away? Are you here? Oh! Where am I? Camera? Well, I already took a photo. I don't need a photo. I'm still in that perfect game mindset. Let's try and get these evidence. Are you here? Are you friendly? No EMF 5. What about that book? Haven't written in it. No doors moved. Guess I didn't bring in the right equipment. Oh, come on, please. So, okay, I'm going to try to walk out of here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take a sanity. But as I come back again and get some more evidence stuff, I do want to talk about something I learned was with the Ure. The Ure will only entirely open or close a door. It won't close the door a little bit and like leave it cracked. It'll only all the way closed or all the way open. So that's something I kind of need to pay attention to now that we're on Nightmare, because it was a ghost event that was closing the door there, but when I saw the door closed, I kind of thought of that. Alright, getting these last bits of evidence, and we took 1 sanity. With all those ghost events, we probably drained a lot. We might still be in Huntley. Let's get this light back on. Hopefully we will catch her in here. And I might just have to stand with the pin. If I can put it at the doorway, this is actually pretty decent. We have to get 1 piece of evidence here. Oh no. Alright, I'm gonna drop this in here. Grab my EMF, because I need to find what door that was. Check for UV. Was it all the way back here? See, sometimes these doors, I just cannot tell what direction. I mean, maybe we lost the EMF on it. No way, it was all the way back here. Yeah, maybe I just didn't get the EMF in time, but I heard some door around here. I'm gonna see if we can lure her back to her hiding, or her room. This is my only hiding spot if we get caught in the room. Oh, okay, that was just my shadow in the dots. I'm gonna maybe check for ghost orbs out here. I don't think this is the room unless she moved. Ruth Gacy, can you give us a sign? Can you show yourself? Let me check that thermometer. Kind of forgot we had that in here. It is super dark. I'm gonna turn on the light for a minute. Okay, yeah. That's right at 10. I don't think this is the room something in my eye. I don't think this is the room anymore. Although, it was draining. It was draining right before I walked out of the room. Now it's staying right at the line. I'm gonna take my EMF. Problem is, we have no evidence. I don't need the glow stick. Let me just check one of these rooms, because if it's cold enough, I will just see my breath. Doesn't look like it's gonna be this room. My initial thought earlier was that maybe the ghost room was actually over here, and it was doing stuff through walls. Of course, the tier 1 thermometer is not gonna help. This ghost seems to have just taken off. Is it even here anymore? Let me stand in the hallway. How could a ghost be this warm? Maybe I took too much sanity. Well, this seems to still be the only room kind of going down, and then it goes back up. Could this ghost have roamed really far away to another room? Still flashing. Oh, you're still here? Okay, I'm gonna try this. Are you here? Are you friendly?
Slipped away.
Okay, there's something. Can you write in the book? I think I might have already got a photo of the shadow. No, okay, we didn't get the shadow photo. At least she's kind of confirming she's around here, and let's not forget spirit box. Okay. So many options now. Still not running to EMF 5. Okay, at least maybe you haven't changed rooms, and I just don't know how you are keeping it so warm. Okay, I kind of forgot about these things in here. It just turned its head off and fell. Oh my god, that was like the creepiest thing that's ever happened with one of those. But what evidence am I missing? Maybe it's a mimic and it's just taking the ghost orb with it? Where did I put my other stuff? Did I drop anything out here? I'm looking for my video cam. Oh, it's right here. There's no ghost orb. I was gonna say, where are you? Oh. We might have to just get hunted here. We need that one other beat. Oh, she's writing. Oh my god. What am I gonna record here? Shadow Ghost, ghost writing. That is so ominous. I'm just gonna let her stand there. Okay, we got the other evidence though. Writing. I don't... Okay. Regardless of how active it is, I'm gonna try and walk outside. I'm gonna get a smudge or something here. But let's actually think about what this could be. I don't think we've not seen a poltergeist explosion, and I'm pretty good at hearing those. Moroi Mare is not turned on a light, and it's not broken out any lights, so... Dio, I mean, it's not hunted, even though it's done a lot of events. We're gonna have to get hunted here to see, though. But I think we can determine a lot, especially if we get smudged. I'm gonna have to remember to do the spirit test. But let's grab a smudge, a lighter. What other are the objectives on Firelight? Maybe we just don't worry about all the objectives. I'm gonna leave professional for kind of grinding the money. We'll earn some money on Nightmare if we get the ghost right and do some objectives. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead, get 3 of my smudges in here, and we're just gonna go for it. Gonna try and get hunted and roll out what we can from that. Do I want to stand over here? What was the cursed item? It was the music box, which we could use the music box for a video. I mean, we have a decent amount of extra stuff here. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out the ghost. So, oh, bone. So, I'm only gonna use the music box if I need to. Maybe do I need to drain my sanity? Because if it's, you know, a Moroi. Okay. Dio. Oh boy. She's not a Dio. But she's a little fast. I think it's Moroi fast for my sanity. The only one that can be a bit faster here is Moroi. That's what I was kind of thinking. Oh, and we did get the spirit box response, so I wasn't really thinking about the spirit box. A Moroi on Nightmare will always have spirit box because that's how it curses you. But yes, she's a little bit quicker because of my sanity. I'm going to mute my phone. Okay. Well, I mean, do we just leave? We could get the objective. Since we know pretty decently. This is what I mean. Nightmare, you know, it's not no evidence. If you get the 2 evidences and you can rule out some stuff, Nightmare isn't that bad. But I'll tell you what, we have more smudges. I'm gonna drop my light here. Let's try and get the ghost to blow out a firelight, though. I want to make some money here. And I don't know if I want to, like, really grind a lot of games. Like, I guess if we figure out the ghost, we could just, you know, start the next game. But we are pretty low level, so one more objective would help. I'm gonna try to do this. The tier 1 smudge, though, it's so weird. My plan was to smudge her and then run out of the room, but I smudged her and she just ran back. Oh. Maybe I should... Okay, she's on top of me. Can you blow out the candle, please? I forgot that she's gonna be fast, so we get hunted. We had the hiding spot back here, though, right? Yeah, this is pretty nice. Let's just try to make it to that one. Unfortunately, I could go get another candle, but we only have 1. Do you want to blow out this candle? Did you move your room over here, or are you just doing stuff? Because if the ghost is in the room there, it could just be touching the door here. One of the biggest things that can throw you off on where a ghost actually is the fact that it does do stuff kind of through walls. All the teddy bears and the bunny. Also, I never looked at the book. Help me. Okay, can you... Oh, there goes my... I'm gonna smudge in hopes that she roams out of here. See? You know, the tier 1 smudge can actually be nice. If I had a tier 3 smudge, she would have just been stopped right here and probably would have found me, but I actually was able to smudge her and she actually went somewhere else. So much for that. Okay. Well, you know what? At least I got the ghost right. I'm more okay with that. For now, I just want to actually get the ghost right. I know I died. Maybe we shouldn't just go for the extra money. I was trying to get her to blow out a candle. Okay, I learned my lesson. But it was a Moroi, right? Whatever. We technically got it right. Whatever. We made 290, so we didn't lose all my money, but out of curiosity, I'm going to check 2,000. How did we... I don't understand. Maybe it's because it hasn't done the next loadout? I don't... Maybe, I don't know. I don't really understand how the money works in this game. But okay, I learned my lesson. If we get the ghost right, we'll just start another game instead of dying, because I do want to level up here. But let's head back and try and figure out another ghost. At least we actually did figure it out. I only died because I was trying to get the last objective. Well, it's a windy night. Let's see if we can have as quick of a game as last time. So maybe it's because it's Tanglewood, we're getting a little bit better luck. But the main thing about Nightmare Mode is still getting the 2 evidence. So that's what I'm going to focus on again. Getting all the evidence in here. Now we have a hiding spot in here. But yeah, I was just being a little stubborn. I wanted to get that last objective. I thought it would be pretty easy for her to blow out a candle. Oh, sometimes the ghost just doesn't want to do that. No hiding spot back here. I'm already hearing things get thrown. We don't need that one on. I guess it doesn't matter. We should probably just have left it on. Did you throw something in the garage or out here? Oh, look, it's the monkey paw. Okay, I wanted to do something with the monkey paw. I wanted to see if I could, especially on Nightmare, if I could find a hiding spot, maybe like the one back there, that I can unlock. Because one of the questions I've not really used is, I wish to be safe, which will unlock a hiding spot. But I don't really know what the downside is, so I kind of want to find out. But of course we're doing this on Nightmare, so maybe at the end of the game we'll do it just to figure out what happens, and so I'll learn for the future. But we also have these lockers here, so we might have the best hiding spot here anyway. Get the lights on. Don't worry about Bone. I'm not worried about a perfect game. Just have some lights on around the house. Now I heard something. Back here? Ooh, I think whoa, it's way back here, I think. You here? Yes, you are. Come on, I can never time that right. Oh, okay, things are happening. EMF 5, okay. See, if we figure out this goes quickly, we'll just run it back. Okay, interesting though. We have a ghost in this room. So if you don't know, these 3 rooms all count as one room. So I usually don't get the ghost to hang out too much back here. I feel like this could be its own room. Then maybe this room and that room could count as its own, but I feel like this bathroom should count as its own. But yeah, as you can see, the ghost is doing stuff out here. Okay, I'm gonna go get equipment. Let's just kind of do this quickly. Okay, even though I said I wasn't gonna worry about the objectives, one of the objectives is crucifix, so I figured I'd just throw this in here anyway. It's breaker. It's not the biggest. There's my flashlight. But I'll try and have it as far back in here as I can, and if that gets burned up at some point, great. We'll use the darkness for my advantage to try and find a ghost orb. So I haven't even really looked. Kate Hill, Ghost of Hint Crucifix video. Kate, are you here? You've shown yourself a little bit. Oh, where are these noises? Is this also like back in the nursery again? The nursery? She's hunting. I use my glow stick to see where I'm going. I mean, we did get evented twice and I've been in the dark. But she seems to be normal speed. I want to look in my book, but I'm going to hold the door. At least I have the glow stick. Now another ghost. Oh, Myling. Another ghost that I seem to have, of the ones that have not been added, the Myling seems to be one of the harder ones I have identifying. I don't think she's quieter. Hard to tell. But even on this map, you can do a gen test on this map. Alright, we gotta make some more evidence though. Luckily, we got that EMF 5 right off the bat. Oh, yeah, she turned the breaker off too. Alright, get these lights back on. Kate, I'm gonna figure this out. Don't really know if I should have the lights on. I haven't seen any ghost orbs. Don't really have any other evidence. Let me scan a little bit more. There's that EMF 5 again. Object thrown. There's a little bit of credit. At least you're still around here. Kate, give us a sign. Is there anything you can do? Like maybe move a door slightly? so I can determine you're not a Ure, even though Ure is not on this list. Here we go again. Sheen faster. I need to get to my hiding spot. Go! He seems to be hunting a decent amount. But let's rule out some things. It's not Raiju. I don't think it's Shade, because we've been in the same room. Oni, we need to look. Could be Oni, because it's been active. Dayan, Galu, I have no idea. Could be Dayan, because it is Kate. Ray? Don't know, we need Salt. Twins, not twins, because it's normal speed. All these other ones, I mean, Galu, I'm not sure about speeds. Alright, let me go out. We probably need to take sanity and get some more evidence in here. Okay, for the record, in the dark, I thought I saw something like go by the doorway and then the breaker went out, so I just kind of like skipped a heartbeat there. But I swear I saw something in the dark go by the doorway and then the breaker kicked, so that really scared me. Okay, if I can get out of here before another hunt, I'm gonna drop my stuff at the door. Let me go bring back more evidence stuff, and I think I'm gonna take a thing of sanity. Yeah, I don't know if one will stop the hunts though. Alright, I just took the sanity, so maybe I should wait a second before going back in there so my sanity actually goes back up. But the only piece of evidence that I'm leaving in there is the dots pin, so maybe it's not that. But it is really important to get all the pieces of evidence in here as quickly as possible. For Nightmare, are you here? Are you friendly? Are you gonna hunt me again? Shouldn't even say the word hunt. Are you here? Are you friendly? Are you close? Are you far? Kate, are you here? I'm not seeing my breath. But these rooms, I think, is windy a little bit cooler maybe because of the wind? Are you here? Are you friendly? Oops. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Is that the breaker? Okay. So, I was talking about... No, that wasn't. I don't have video or anything. I don't... Should I go get smudges? I'm gonna look at this. It's under 5. Well, that's... Yeah, it's at like 3, so that's probably is the ghost room. I'm gonna go get smudges real fast. If it'll let me leave. Alright, it's time to just get hunted. I don't think the one sanity did much. Maybe, I mean, that crucifix really isn't doing anything either. She hasn't been hunting from in here. Let me see if she hunts from the same room. Because for a shade, like if it hunts in there, and you know, I mean okay, that is my biggest problem in this game, is I can't tell where the ghost is. She was right there, I ran forward, and then it was too late because I thought, I didn't know she was right there, man. Well, I'm gonna just say spirit. She was normal speed the whole time. Alright, we are going through some of these games quickly. And it wasn't Oni. I just never had time to see her during a hunt. That's what I was gonna do. Oh, that was, yeah, very active, because it kind of obviously wasn't Oni. Alright, let's try again. Alright, I'm starting to see how fast these games can go. So instead of going in here with the photo cam, which I kind of didn't even realize I don't need, we're gonna go looking for ghost orbs. I'm gonna hit some of these lights. Take a look. I'm not worried about photos. Oh, bone. I'm just gonna pick it up. We're not worried about photos. We're worried about getting this ghost right. Well, let's forget about everything else. The only stuff I want to bring in is smudge sticks and the evidence. Don't care about getting a crucifix burned. Don't care about anything else. If I get to open a hiding spot, I will. That is something I want to try though with a monkey paw. Is open these hiding spots. I guess that one's alright. I'm not worried about the cursed item. I'm not worried about using it. I only want to use it if I feel like I need to. I mean, I'll look around for it if I run into it. But it seems to be in the basement. Doesn't seem to be the monkey paw. Are you down here, ghost? I guess I'm not really trying to speedrun this, but ultimately what's happening here. Is anyone down here? I'm gonna go look for you upstairs. If you're down here, please let me know now. Alright, I mean, it's Tanglewood. Oh, and mirror. I mean, I can take sanity. Let's do it. It's the bedroom again. So there's 25 sanity drained. I'm gonna check for ghost orbs. Is anyone in here? Who even is this? Robin Moore. 25 sanity, blah, blah, blah. Don't really care about that. I just want to see if we can find some ghost orbs in here. Is anyone here? I'm not at full sanity. Maybe you see me as a little susceptible to an attack? I said attack. Does that piss you off? Oh, alright. I'm gonna go get more evidence since we know where the room is, and I guess I'm not gonna take sanity, so if we get hunted, I might die again. Alright, I was thinking about what happened there with that death. If I am that close to a ghost when it starts a hunt, and it's not right on top of me, like I knew when that hunt started the ghost was not right on top of me, so just stand still, especially if you have a smudge. I should have just stood still and waited for the ghost to hunt, or even like smudged a second early, so that way when she started hunting, she would have been instantly smudged. Also, why are you moving the door back here? So yeah, I think that needs to be the strategy. Instead of running when the ghost starts hunting and it's nearby and you might, it might be blocking your exit, instead of trying to run, because it's really loud. If you're standing right on top of the ghost, it is extremely loud. So you'll know if the ghost is like right there or where you are, depending. So that's just what you should do, is if you already have the smudge and the ghost starts hunting and it's pretty much blocking your exit, just stand still and smudge and let the ghost come to you. But if she starts hunting and you're inside the ghost, you're gonna have to move. Here's a problem. The ghost touched the door out in the hallway. I could look at the mirror again. The mirror only tells me where the ghost actually is at that moment. It doesn't really tell me the favorite room. I'm trying to see if this continues to go down. Guess we'll drop this here. We gotta put all this down anyway. I guess I'll just put this at the doorway if it roams. Oh, that isn't really the best. There's a radiator here I can put it on. I guess if she roams through this corner, maybe it'll be good. The biggest problem I am having is not seeing my breath, though, and not really getting the proper cold room. Let's just kind of look around for the ghost. Robin, are you here? Temperature's only going up. I feel like she either moved to the foyer, which it's only warming up in here. Maybe you moved to this room. Maybe you were here the whole time. Man, tier 1. I'm going to be a little dumb. Yeah, okay. She is in the living room, it seems. Let's try and move this stuff over here. I'm probably gonna get hunted now, though. If I get hunted, I can just probably book it. Alright, turn this light off real quick. Is there a ghost orb for me? Okay, I'm gonna put the stuff down. No? Oh, that is EMF 5. Okay, we're having a repeat. At least we're getting a round 2. I don't think this is an Oni, though, because of the activity. I'm gonna go get other evidence. I probably should take a sanity, but I'm not sure. Alright, well, since I brought in the video camera instead of the photo cam, I have room for one extra thing, and that one extra thing is going to be a smudge. So we'll try and survive again. Now you touch this door, I don't know if we're still going to get a chance. It is so weird. Even though there's one less evidence, it feels so hard to get these evidence now. We did get the EMF 5 though, so I can't take that for granted. I haven't taken any sanity. I think this ghost has just been insanely roamy. And it's just making generally every room cold. I don't want to check the mirror again. I mean, we kind of need to get hunted to see what ghost this is. So I don't have the hiding spot. Do we even... We have this hiding spot, which isn't the greatest if the ghost sees me out here in the open. But we gotta remember, we have the island, which is very powerful. Was that a door back there? Probably was. I'm gonna check UV. I'm gonna hold off on the spirit box. I think it was this door, maybe? Now, if it's actually in the living room, it usually touches stuff in here, like these doors. Oh, breath, though. Maybe... Actually, is this room? Now, am I only seeing my breath back in here? We must really be on the line of seeing the breath, because I don't think we can see it anymore. And maybe we are dealing with this room. Since I saw my breath, let's drop everything in here again. I'm going to keep that smudge on me. I haven't seen ghost orbs. So what I'll do, get the thermometer down in here. See, this ghost is insanely roamy. I'm just gonna hold off. I mean, getting a hunt here, probably gonna get me the most information anyway. Wish I had more of these around. I mean, if the ghost is going to roam in between these two rooms, maybe it'll have a chance. Is that a hunt? The light stopped a little sooner. Guess I'm gonna grab my light. Let's check the thermometer and also try and maybe use the spirit box if it is a bit cooler in here. Are you here? Are you friendly? Are you here? Are you friendly? Now it was airball, so it's not Oni. Are you here? Are you friendly? How are you touching doors out there? The most insanely roamy ghost. It is under 10, but it's not near 5. I've checked all these doors that have been touched. I don't think we're getting fingerprints. It might just be like a really bad dot setup, so I'm not seeing the dots pin. Where can we put this up that's a bit better? Could maybe put it over here. The problem is I'm not seeing my breath. So here's what we're gonna do. We got a smudge. I wish I had more lights, but I'm actually going to turn off the breaker for a bit so we actually figure out what this ghost room is. Wish there was a hiding spot down here. But I'm gonna rely on the island and just using my one smudge. If I have to hide behind the island, I should be good. I don't want to look at the thing again. I mean, alright, we'll be kind of smart. I'm gonna check. Okay. I'm gonna go take one thing of sanity. We're probably still near hunt range. I don't know if that 30. I just drained 25. So this is the only thing this will do will put me up 5 more compared to how I was before. But okay. This ghost really is roaming between these two rooms. I don't understand how I can see my breath in the bedroom. And then every time I look at the mirror, the ghost says it's in here. I just heard a light switch. The ghost turning light switches around here? I'm pretty sure I turned this one on. Maybe it turned off the light in here? Could it be a mirror? No, well, that's not something to worry about. I really need to find this room though. Okay, that has to be this door. No fingerprints. Definitely not Obake, because it didn't leave fingerprints. It must have turned off the lights for that event, but it sounded like... Yeah, it must have been this light switch going off. This ghost is so strange. Let me check the thermometer in here. This is not the ghost. Stand still. Light the smudge. Run away. Okay, at least I did a little bit better there. I think what's happening here is this is a living room ghost that is roaming like crazy, and she's roaming down the hallway, so she's roaming to other rooms. Normal speed. We did smudge her. So maybe at about the 36 minutes, it's been 10 seconds, 36:10, so maybe at about the 36-minute mark. So 37 and a half, it would be the 1 minute and a half. So not Raiju, not twins, it's the same setup as before. Maybe it's Goryo. I can get the breaker back on though, if we can determine this is going to be the room. And it's under 5. I don't think it's going to go down to freezing. Alright, but if this is currently the room, check for ghost orbs. I mean, she is smudged, so I'm kind of checking the timer. But I'm expecting to get hunted again, and I don't expect that hunt to be as safe as the first one. What else do we have? We have the pin. And are you here? Are you friendly? We have the pin. That's probably the biggest problem here. It might be Goryo. But if Goryo shouldn't be roaming here. This looks like a perfect spot for the dots pin though. Finally, we have a really good spot for the pin. I'm gonna set up the camera somewhere. Maybe we set it up back this way. We could probably just set it up right next to it. Alright. We might have to go back and look at that. Okay, it's 37:30, so it's been a minute and a half. So if it hunts before 39, it's not a spirit. Are you here? I'm gonna just risk the hunt. I think it might be a spirit, because it's not hunting again. I shouldn't be standing. I'm very indecisive. I'm gonna turn on the breaker again. We have a minute until... this might be a spirit. But this is a good test, but... you know, it's not always a guaranteed. Oh, okay, so there's my breath. That means we definitely have the ghost in here. See, that's what I mean. This whole room, this whole area is a room, but it also connects to this whole area, so if she roams out there, she is roaming very far. Check the temperature. Oh, that's freezing, isn't it? I think it was at freezing. But that wouldn't... maybe it's Jinn. It would have to be Jinn. Because Shade, she hunted right on top of me. That's the problem, though. Okay, that's definitely freezing. I don't really exactly trust it when it's on the line. This is a Jinn. Okay? So, okay, we're gonna do one more game at least. See, that's my problem. Whenever we figure out the ghost, I feel like I should do more, but with this nightmare thing, we're gonna do another game after this. So let's see if this is right, if this is actually a Jinn. There's nothing else I can really do. Shade, not twin. Thought it was spirit. It can't be spirit if it's freezing. And it was freezing. EMF 5. Come on.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
It hunted on top of me. I don't understand Shades. It hunted in the... Are Shades broken? I've seen other Shades hunt from the same room. I think Shades might be broken. She hunted right on top of me. We were definitely both in the living room. I want to check that footage back. She hunted right on top of me. And for a Shade... she did do the air ball. I don't know, did she do it twice? Did she do it more often? Let me look at the details. Okay, nightmare mode is not going that good. I got the ghost right, and then I die, and I just keep dying. I did change the favorite room 3 times. No abilities, only 1 hunt. Okay, let's go in here again and see if we can get one of these right. Okay, looks pretty similar of a setup as last time. Got wind. I'm going to try and think a little less about commentary, and I'm gonna try and figure this out. Not a phantom. I guess that's why a video... I think a phantom, even with a video cam, you can tell if it's a phantom. I'm gonna train the sanity. So yeah, even if you take a video of a ghost, it'll still disappear. So we have a hiding spot here. Get these lights on. We know you're somewhere near the entrance. Excuse me, I need to open that door. I could have looked at that to see if it was a Ure, but I mean, I was moving the door before I realized it was touched anyway. But... yeah, see, we get a ghost event at the entrance, and then the ghost is over here. Check for EMF 5. No. No cursed items. There's not going to be one back there. I'm going to look for the music box. I didn't really look for it here. Okay, it's probably either in the basement or it's the voodoo doll that I didn't look for. Okay, it looks like it's something down in the basement. I just want to see what it is. It's the summoning circle. Okay, is there a hiding spot down here I can run to? Yes, this is here. So if I need to run to the basement, maybe that'll be my hiding spot. Once again, we get it. That was a pretty hard slam. And then, ooh, okay. This is where, was that twins or was that Ure? It closed the door and then slammed it and left the EMF, but then it also threw a book. So that makes me think twins. Twins or Ure. Since we generally know where the room is. There's ghost orbs, okay. But it just disappeared. I swear I just saw a ghost orb. Is it Mimic? Taking its ghost orbs with it? I swear I saw a ghost orb in there, but... okay, see? Maybe I didn't see a ghost orb. I mean, it didn't show up on the camera. It didn't say ghost orb. I don't know this ghost's name. Just trying to see if something happens. It is a female ghost. Cora Myers. Alright, we gotta get one ghost here, right? There's a bone. A lot of EMF 3s. Tell you what, I'm gonna go hit the lights. So we have the hiding spot around there. If we can break around the corner, that'll be a good hiding spot. Let me go get more evidence in here. Alright, I'm leaving the thermometer behind in hopes that as long as the room stays cold, that's something we can figure out whenever. I'm more worried about maybe getting a UV. Okay, for once I made a good call. Poltergeist? Mimic. Did I actually see those ghost orbs? Because that was the first thing that I thought. It is cold in here, but I swear I saw ghost orbs out here. Object thrown. Put the book down. I don't really need anything with that. Alright. Not the best area for pin. What if I put it right out the doorway? That didn't... Did I turn it off? What happened there? There. Okay, it's not the greatest. Let me put it back on the counter over here. I'll put it like way back here maybe. That should be good enough, right? Surely a Dot's ghost will get hit by this whole field on the wall. Ow, something is being moved. The book is still open. Did you throw my flashlight on the floor, or was that me? Alright, I'm just going to go get the last pieces of evidence. So yeah, with nightmare mode right now, I feel like the main focus should be figuring out the ghost, and not necessarily, especially with the tier 1 items. We're just having a challenge with nightmare mode. That should be the focus. Now, I did not turn on that light, but it can't be mere anyway. Keep this thermometer in here. Haven't thrown the book. Are you here? Are you friendly? I don't know if this light on would make a difference. Are you here? Are you friendly? Are you close? Are you here? Are you friendly? Are you close? Are you far? Are you away? Is it freezing? I'm gonna drop that. Are you here? Are you close? That looks dangerously close to freezing. Okay. Mimic, Jinn, Hunter, or Demon. Doesn't seem like a demon. EMF 2. We know it's UV. Okay, the problem is we gotta look for those ghost orbs. There's a fingerprint on there. So you are turning on the lights pretty decently. This is gonna be another game where I think I saw something at the beginning and it turns out I was right. It's either gonna be I was right and I don't listen to myself, or I was wrong and I think I did see ghost orbs. But I'm not seeing ghost orbs anywhere. Let me check. Who is this? Cora. Cora, are you here? Is that a ghost orb? I'm going nuts. Breathing? See my breath. I have a smudge if I need it. I'm trying to keep the lights off so I can look for an orb if she's out here roaming. If it's not though, is it Jinn for real this time? Huntu will be obvious from a hunt. Jinn will be normal speed. Mimic will be who knows what. But a mimic, if we're not seeing ghost orbs, it's not a mimic. I don't think it's a demon. I think a demon would have hunted. Seems like a shade again. Is anyone here? I haven't taken Zanity or anything. You have shown up a little bit. Book is still here. Not written in, not that it matters. Okay, if we're not seeing ghost orbs, I want to rule out mimic. We're not getting anything right now. She just banged on a window. That back here, or you doing stuff through a wall? This is why I'm checking these two rooms hardcore. I don't know if she banged on that window. I mean, I'm staying in the dark. I'm basically waiting to get hunted. You want to hunt me, Cora? Come on, attack me. I'm gonna check. Yeah, we're well and freezing over here, so the ghost should be in this room. If it's that cold that consistently. I mean, this is the most I've ever looked for ghost orbs for a potential mimic. And I mean, based on behavior, she's not really changing styles or anything. Okay, I need to maybe get hunted. I'm gonna turn on a light. My hiding spot is back here. Have I even been through here? Yeah, no hiding spot in there. Is she hunting? This is my one hiding spot. Oh, I hear the shower on back there. Okay. I'm going to continue to look for ghost orbs, because I do not trust anything right now. Okay, you really do seem to be in here. Cora, you want to drain my sanity? Do you want to hunt me? Are there any of these ghosts? Don't. Oh my god, I almost did it again. And she's really fast. Oh my god. Oh, it almost happened twice. But like I said, I think I learned the lesson. If the ghost starts hunting right near you and it's not exactly on top of you, just stand still, switch to your smudge. And smudge. It's not a Dio. What the hell is this ghost? Mimic? Hantu. Okay, it is Hantu because it was in a cold room going insanely fast, and that's why it's making it really cold in there. Okay, I'm pretty confident this is a Hantu. We have two objectives. I'm gonna go look. I'm pretty confident this is a Hantu. It was fast in the cold room, and then it went really slow once it was in warmer rooms around me. We didn't see Ghost Orb. Put in Hantu. Don't even click anything else. It wasn't a demon, not a Jinn. It was... please, let me get one of these right. It's gonna be a Mimic. Oh yes, Hantu, 1300. So even though, you know, I feel like I'm still making some money here. Also, once again, Phasmophobia doing its trademark load whenever you go back to the game. But there's one ghost right. So yeah, this is the first time with Nightmare we've kind of just gone through it. And mainly I'm doing this because we only have the tier 1 stuff, so we don't have a lot to work with. But I like this. I like doing Nightmare, basically focusing on the ghost type and learning the traits. And we'll use Professional for the more thorough games and the more traditional ghost hunting experience. But yeah, Nightmare, I'm starting to realize the new strategies for it. So we're gonna go back in one more time and see if we can get a second ghost right. Alright, we're going generally with the same strategy. The only problem this time is that it's snowing. Also, lag. Just loading a little bit. That is something they said, is that we're gonna get a Unity 6 upgrade. That's a major update to the game, so it should be interesting to see how that affects any of the performance, because there's been some weird lag spikes. Usually at the beginning of a game you get a lag spike, and also when coming back to the menus, sometimes the game likes to freeze. Alright, I'm gonna start out by looking. Andrew Williams, prevent, capture, blah blah blah. I don't really care about that. We know it's Andrew. We want to figure out whatever evidence it's got. We will pick up a bone though. Alright, Andrew, if you're around here, can you let me know? Was that Ghost Orb? I don't even know if that was mist form because I didn't actually see. Okay, going back to my speed run mentality. Get the breaker on. Check and see if we have hiding spot. I guess I gotta remember, the island is probably always the best hiding spot to just rely on. We saw the music box, so yeah, it's not gonna be that. Didn't really check and see if the EMF did anything. Alright, Andrew, you are around here, maybe? Let me briefly check for ghost orbs in some of these rooms. I should, oh, well, I have a light on in here. You can still see the ghost orbs with the light on. It's always easier to just see it in the night vision. I think I'm actually starting to get used to this tier 1 video cam, so hopefully we'll actually get to upgrade it soon. I'm gonna stay in the dark, let Andrew maybe drain my sanity a little bit more. The problem though, the breaker is on, so the rooms are gonna warm up, so we'll see that cold room eventually. Alright, Andrew, wanna give us another sign? I'm kinda torn on how I should look for this ghost. Keep looking for ghost orbs. Again, I don't know if that was mist form. I'm gonna say it was, because there was no footsteps, so that must be the ghost form. And if it's doing the ghost form more, it might be a shade. That's twice now it's done a ghost event where I didn't hear footsteps, so I think that is the mist form. Okay, tell you what I'm gonna do. Ghost seems to be somewhere around here. I'm just gonna go get the other evidence. Alright, even though the tier 1 isn't that great, maybe it'll help me figure out what the room is. Hopefully I've had the breaker on enough. Also, I just always think about this light. You don't really notice it when playing the game, but when you're in VR, your head gets really close to this light. I don't know why, I'm just kind of thinking about this light, but I wanted to see if the temperature would go down in here. So these room lines are weird. This is where the shade killed me. I swear we were in the same room when that shade killed me. But I think the room line would be somewhere here. You would have to... I mean, these two corners don't even line up super properly. I don't know if it would be like right here. I don't know. Temperature was kind of going down. It might take a minute to find this ghost, though. Oh. Oh. That was a double door touch, I think. Twins? Oh, let's get... Oh, God, yeah, we do have UV, thankfully, and no UV. But did I just throw something through the car? What did I just throw? I think I maybe... Oh, God. I think I threw my EMF through there. Wasn't even paying attention to what I dropped. I threw something in there. I think it was some kind of evidence. We're not gonna get EMF on this. Let's check for ghost orb. If the ghost was back here, this is probably the room. Yeah, we are seeing breath. What did I throw in there though? Something. I'm gonna try again. I thought I used to do this all the time, but so what did I bring in? I brought it. Oh, it was the thermometer, wasn't it? Oh God! So where did the thermometer under the car now? I'm gonna have to go see if that ended up back in the truck. Yeah, let's just go back to the truck, get more evidence. I'm not seeing ghost orbs in here. We can get UV. Let's just go get the other evidence and see if my thermometer went back to the truck. If not, I think I lost it in the car. So blinky light. Yeah, no, that thermometer is gone. Also, I didn't realize I was walking back with my EMF still, so I don't get to bring back a smudge. But we do have all the evidence in here. Let's just get all the lights on so we can see what's happening. Well, we'll come back to that. Maybe we can set this up here. It's good enough for me. This is the first garage. We had a lot of the same rooms visiting this map like, multiple times. I'm just gonna look. Maybe if I spam pick up E. No, all I can do is chirp the car. Yeah, okay. I always like to throw stuff on the car just because I thought it would be a nice, place to set up stuff. But be careful because you might lose your tier 1 thermometer. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting that thing back. Let's hope it's not freezing. I'm gonna check for spirit box. Are you here? Are you friendly? Are you here? Are you close? Oh, you are in here. Okay, thank you. Spirit box. Yee. Oh, Butcher Man. I don't think there's really anything I can do other than film. Also, wow, that... Here, I guess I'll film them. It is a shadow ghost. And I was saying maybe it could be shade. Oh, but now spirit box, so it's not shade. Writing orb. We haven't seen orb. Freezing, we're not gonna find out. UV, we didn't see. Dots, EMF 5, we haven't gotten. Okay, here I go again, throwing stuff on there. Let me try and set up the dots somewhere different. There's shadow form again. I might just have to stand here with the dots. Can't be Goryo, right? I have another book. Oh, doing stuff through walls, huh? I should probably go grab the other book and smudges. If I just throw this on the floor... Yeah, throwing it on the floor isn't the greatest. I thought that may have been the book, but it's just an EMF. Oh, there's still that bug. If you drop something, it'll stop you from sprinting. I think that's intentional, because it's not just the camera. If you're sprinting and you drop something, it stops you from sprinting. I think that's intentional. That makes sense now. Twins a little bit faster? Could be normal speed. I don't know. You'd think I'd know normal speed after having a few of these ghosts. Pretty sure that's normal speed. But we need more evidence. I'm afraid we're not gonna... I gotta be more careful paying attention to where I throw my items. At least I remembered what it was. It was this stupid thermometer that went through the world. Usually if things go through the world, they will end up back in the truck, but it just ended up somewhere in the van, because I guess they don't expect people to be throwing their equipment inside the van. But yeah, if it's freezing. I guess I'll never know. I guess I'll never know anyway, because we're gonna die. Going to the island. Still normal speed. Could have been yokai. I wasn't talking near him. If he comes over here, I'm just dead. Because I can't see anything. At least I can hear. Are you still going? How is this hunt lasting so long? I could tell when he was walking on the wood though, but this is also wood, so I guess you should try and tell the difference. Object thrown. I don't really need that. Alright, I'm gonna go object thrown. What did it just throw? Okay, let me go get smudges and get some more equipment. We don't have the evidence. I'm afraid it might be freezing. We'll check what it could be freezing though. Let me actually look. If it is freezing, mimic, which it's not. Onryo. See, that would be easier to tell if I had sanity. And Moroi, it's not Moroi. Well, I mean, out of like a lot of these, if it's normal speed, not twins, probably not mimic, not Dio. Don't know about these. It is Andrew, so it's not Dayan. Normal speed. I don't know about Galu. Phantom. Did we get a... We hold on, media. Yeah, we recorded it, so it's not Phantom. So even though we have one evidence, we can rule out a lot of these because it's been normal speed. We haven't seen Ghost Orb. I don't think it's Mimic because we haven't seen Ghost Orb and it's been the same speed the 2 times. Could be Yokai, and I'm talking near it. I don't think it's Poltergeist, but we still have another evidence we could get. And if it is freezing, it would be Onryo. I could be trying to do the Onryo tests. Really, I might just see if it hunts after a 3rd blowout. I might just take a bunch of sanity and do that. What, it was the summoning circle, right? I don't even remember. Well, if it's the summoning circle, we can drain sanity. I'm gonna take some sanity, and I'm gonna bring a couple candles in there. We don't have any other... I mean, I want that book in there. But since I'm taking sanity, hopefully that'll not let me get hunted. I'm gonna see if I can get him to blow out a candle 3 times. I'm going straight for Onryo. Did it kick the breaker? No, I guess that was just from a hunt. Alright, I think I have a strategy here. Yeah, luckily I picked up the keys. And of course I didn't pick up the lighter. Oh, it seems to have thrown the book. Yeah, it threw the book. Okay, I'm gonna drop this here. I'm gonna go get the lighter, maybe more candles, and actually get some smudges. So yeah, at least I'm bringing in some equipment here to work with. Alright, here goes nothing. I'm hoping the 2 books in there... Well, it already threw the book, so it's not gonna write. But it could still be hiding writing as its evidence. But, alright, we'll figure this out. I don't really want this to be entirely dark. I mean, I can get all these lights on, really. I can afford it. Alright, I'm gonna try and pay attention to how many times he is gonna blow out these candles, if at all. Now, putting these candles around will make, if it is an Onryo, it'll make the hunt range 40, but it'll blow out the candles, and every 3rd blowout, it will start a hunt. But it's not always instantaneous. It might take up to like 6 seconds before the hunt starts. So, have my flashlight, smudges, check around. We haven't got an EMF 5. There's 1. Maybe I can set this up like here. There's 2. Maybe this is Onryo. I'm gonna light these again, and it can blow out the one in my hand. Alright, I'm just gonna wait now and see if after the 3rd blowout we get a suspicious hunt. Because even if I have high enough sanity, that's what I know with those 2 bottles of sanity, and that was 50 we took. So no matter what, we should be above 40. So I'm just hoping that we can force a hunt here. Or we actually get the dots, okay? So it's... Ooh. Wraith or Yokai? Maybe it's Yokai? Okay, well the thing is, we can test this. Let me just go get salt. This is the easiest thing in the world to test now. I was really thinking we may have had an Onryo there. I know there's another Onryo test where you put a crucifix down, and if the crucifix blocks the hunt, if it blows out... See, I always forget. If it uses the crucifix without blowing out the candle, it's not an Onryo. But it's blowing out all these candles. It doesn't even really matter now. Let's get some salt down. I have all kinds. I'm gonna put these around the corners. Okay, it is a yokai. I wonder if I was just talking near it and not realizing and pissing it off. But it does seem to be yokai. Alright, since this is the last game, I'm going to have a showdown with the ghost. If you're a yokai, attack me. Come on. Who is this, Andrew? Come on, Andrew, maybe? Ooh, you are pissed off, but that's not a hunt. Okay, it's definitely a yokai. Alright, let's see what I can do with the tier 1 smudge. Trying to see if I can survive. Oh, light. Pick up another smudge. Here he comes. Alright, you go that way, sir. Let me pick up another smudge. I have another smudge here. Yeah. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Oh my god, I wanted to do something crazy to end it. That was legitimately terrifying, seeing him come double back like that. I had all my smudges on the ground and I wanted to use them. Alright, there's a little bit of craziness. I always like doing something really fun with a ghost hunt. I don't always want to just run to my hiding spot. But there, what a weird day of Nightmare. But I do appreciate how we're playing Nightmare now, because we can get some more games in here and actually start learning about the ghost instead of trying to go for a perfect game.
Welcome back.
So yeah, talking right on top of a yokai, it did not like that. But there's a couple, I mean, we're not even going for objectives and we're making solid money here. No, we haven't gotten any other unlocks, and we could have looked at some of the stuff there. But there, that was a pretty good return to Nightmare, and I think I have a better strategy on how we're going to learn this. As we clear these badges, we got a lot of professional games. We're going to be playing professional, going for perfect games, having like map experiences, kind of examining the maps more than the ghosts for professional, and try and grind the rest of these badges. And then on Nightmare, we're going to be learning these ghosts, so I learned a little bit about maybe a yokai. The shade, I don't really know. I want to look back at that footage and see where that ghost hunted. But at least we got some ghosts right. So we're on the way to really becoming a master of this game. And once we run into the new ghosts, that's when I will start looking into those and actually learning about them. But otherwise, it just comes down to getting those 2 evidence for Nightmare and then just seeing what's left. So Nightmare can be very different. Like, you can get an easy setup, you can get a harder setup, but we're still learning Nightmare mode here. So if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.